Hi, and welcome to Meals Ready to Eat. I'm your host, Sean Patterson, and this week we're deconstructing a dish from a local bistro that I really liked, and everybody was requesting. It's called Fettuccine A'Olio. One of the great things about Fettuccine A'Olio is that it's really versatile. You can serve it as a full main entree, or you can serve it as an appetizer. Some of the key ingredients are, of course, olive oil, but it also has a fair amount of butter, garlic, shallot, pink sea salt, crushed red pepper, white wine, as well as fresh parsley and fresh cilantro. Okay, so let's get started with the recipe. The first thing that you're going to do is follow up on a previous recipe. You're going to actually go ahead and make some pasta. You're going to roll it out, and then what you're going to do that's unique to this recipe is, for the first time, we're going to be cutting it into strands of fettuccine. Now I recommend, depending upon your pasta maker, you might want to let the pasta sit out and dry for just a few minutes before you run the fettuccine through the machine. It'll make it easier for the strands of fettuccine to separate as you're cutting them through. So now you've done that, set that aside, let it dry a little bit, and then get right into the recipe by chopping the garlic. Chop it finely. Having chopped the garlic finely, go ahead and do the same with the shallot, minding that the part of the shallot, much like onion, that makes your eyes water is in the center. So try to avoid the center root, and hopefully your eyes won't get too watered up. Now that you've done that, the next step to prepare by hand is the cilantro. Go ahead and remove the stems from the cilantro leaves, roll them into a cigar, much like we've done in other episodes, and then just chop through once, and once only. You don't need to chop through time after time after time. Go ahead and do the exact same thing with the Italian parsley. Remove the leaves, roll into cigar, and chop through once. Having chopped through once, go ahead and put it on a plate, set it aside. It'll look something like this. Okay, now let's start the cooking portion of this recipe. Let's start by taking a fry pan and putting it on medium heat. Toss in some extra virgin olive oil along with some butter. And then as that starts to melt, go ahead and put in your shallot and your garlic. Go ahead and get that thoroughly covered and bring the garlic and the shallot to the point where it starts to become a little bit translucent. At that point, add some white wine. Okay, now that you've whisked that mixture all together, add some red pepper flakes. You know, a lot if you really like spicy, or just a few if you're a little bit cautious. Either way, I think it'll turn out great. Go ahead and, while you're waiting for this to cook, add the pasta to the boiling pot of water. And then while that's cooking for 3 minutes or so, go ahead and add the parsley and the cilantro, and then add some more extra virgin olive oil. Mix that all together. It'll look something like this. Pull out the pasta, add that to the pan, and then if you need to, go ahead and add some more extra virgin olive oil. Remember, this is an olive oil based sauce, so don't feel badly if it seems like there's a lot of olive oil in the pan. Go ahead and plate the dish and then garnish with pink sea salt. Serve it with French loaf or garlic bread as you like, and there you have it. Bon appetit! I do hope you've enjoyed watching me make this recipe, Fettuccine A'Olio. I think you're going to find that you're going to be making it over and over again. So find us online at youtube.com/mealsreadytoeat and subscribe today. Also find us on Twitter at Aperture Web. Also find Aperture Web Productions online at www.aperturewebproductions.com.